Hey everybody, thanks for holding out. Hi Ruru too, CJ. It says we have 4 viewings, so I'm hoping that everyone else chimes on in here and says hello. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Are you hearing me okay and seeing me okay? Is audio okay? I hope so. Here we go. I'm still waiting for my mail to run, CJ. And my husband promises me that he will um, bring the package straight up when the mail runs. Waiting for a loach. What's the name of that loach again? I went back in all of my emails and tried to find a picture, and I couldn't find a picture. A zebra loach. Botia striata. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Maybe I should keep my hello, Jane. Jane tanked. Hi, Susan. Cute do. Thank you. I cut all of my hair off. There's probably this much hair in a bag that I'm gonna contact Love Love for Locks, Locks for Love, or whatever, and donate my beautiful hair. Think he's a yo-yo? So to me as a zebra. Yeah, I think he's a zebra. Uh, because I'm gonna go over here and I think that's what he looks like. How about that? Botia striata, zebra loach. Is that what he looks like? I'm editing my post on Facebook. And I'm doing this stream mainly because some of my friends have had time. Um, they have time differences than what we have. So anyway, I just thought I'd do a okay, the stripes are thicker. I just thought I'd do a live impromptu stream this morning. I didn't schedule the event because I wasn't sure if I could actually go live today. There was some talk of some family activities. We have our son visiting from California, so I wanted to I wanted to make sure, I spent spent some time with him. Henry's stripes are thicker. Okay, I'll look for another one. But my mail runs between 11:30 and 1:30, so I don't know if he's going to come in while I'm live today or not. And I've made some changes. In this little cloudy tank here in the back, it's cloudy from a bacteria bloom. It doesn't have any substrate, and this tank creates green water. So I've done some water changes because I had two algae eaters in there that I picked up at my local fish store by accident. I was shopping for autocinklus and they were only an inch long, and the person who was there helped me find four of them. I am Central Time, and looking at my notifications. Oh dear, Sheila's live right now. I might have to pull up her stream too. Pull up her stream and let's watch Sheila live. Oh, let's watch Sheila at Live with Pets. Y'all want to watch Sheila with me?
So I just wanted to show you them eating their first lot of Rapashi gel food, which I'm so pleased that they have just taken to eating it, that we've not had to try different things to get them to eat it. I just put it in and I sort of really like smash it up in between my fingers, which is really gross, but I smashed it between my fingers and they do pick at it. And the good thing with the gel food is it can stay in the tank for a long time and it doesn't foul up the water, so they sort of graze on it. And then what they don't eat, it's great because then the snails come along and eat it all up. So I never have to sort of worry about it fouling up the water. Liverpool, England, because there is actually a Liverpool in the USA as well. So some people, when I say Liverpool, people
Anyway,
say, well,
I hope y'all enjoyed that for a few minutes. I'm gonna holler at her and let her know that we had her live on my stream for a minute. And see what she says. Wow, she just ended it. Interesting. Okay, I am looking for another loach. Um, let's see. CJ, does it look like any of these? You got some Rapashi from Corey on the Black Friday sale, Community and Spawn and Grow. Have you tried either? Yes, I have the same one that I bought from Aquarium Co-op a month ago, and I've got one batch made up that I keep frozen, and I thaw it out partially before I feed my fish, and I like it. I like it because you can mix up as much as you need and you can keep it fresh. Close to the top one, okay, this one is a Botia Udom Rit Hiruji, species notable for its yellow base color known as the Emperor Botia. Awesome. Now I thought I saw another one too. Oops, sorry. Let me come back while I'm searching. How about this one? Sorry, I'm clicking the wrong buttons. The Rostrata. Rostrata stripes often have a grayer area in the center, and tiny youngsters have more solid stripes. Yeah, Jane Tanked, I like the Rapashi that I got from Aquarium Co-op because you can mix it up how much you want. ahead, and I put it in a little a plastic tub. Okay, Henry is white based. Okay, as you see, the one, I'll show you this one, Jane. This one is the another rostrata. And then there's the possible a region variation of the B. rostrata, but has certain characteristics that lead the belief that it may be an undescribed species. How about that? Stripes look close, but Henry is white based. Oh, okay. I'm still waiting for the update because of the delay. Let's see. But anyway, that's what I've been finding on my search. But I'm looking forward to him coming in. I've got my table set up over here. I'm probably gonna have to re-angle the um, camera when he comes in, and I'm gonna put him in my specimen cup right here, and he'll go into this tank here because it has quarantine meds in it, and it has the ICX, the General Cure, and the erythromycin. And because I also have some new peppered corridors in there, I have 4 and 1 auto sinkless in there, and I'm going to add the auto to my little 5-gallon tank back here that has my beta in it, because there's one in there, and sometimes I think it just is lonely, and who knows, I might get another spawn. Sheila says she didn't realize I was live. This was just a quick impromptu stream. Well, so is mine. And I had you on just for a few minutes talking about Repashy. And so Jane tanked and I got to talking about Repashy that we got from Corey at on his Black Friday sales. But I had gotten mine a month ago, and I told Jane that I liked the Repashy community and spawn and grow because you can mix up, well, any Repashy, you can mix up what you want for the moment, and you know, if you're going to feed a lot of it in a week, you can leave it in the refrigerator for a week, and if not, you can freeze it and then partially thaw it out before you feed it to your fish. How you doing, Sheila? Yeah, this is an impromptu stream too, and it's probably going to be pretty boring. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it up or not, or I may download it and edit it, parts of it, and put something together. I have to admit, I'm nervous. Never shipped a live fish before. Down the worm home, D. Good morning, Susan. Hello, all. Hey, D. Hope you're having a good morning. What time is it in Canada? It's 11 o'clock, 10 minutes after 11 here. Repashy is the best food ever. I also add calcium for the snails. I'm good, Susan. Great. I need to know, I think I've seen someone's video on grinding up eggshells in the food processor and grinding it to a powder. Is that how you add calcium? It's 10 there, so you are a hour ahead of me. ATM. Mountain time. Okay. Awesome. I'm waiting for my mailman to bring me a loach that CJ Black is sending to me. His name is Henry, and when I told Michael and Paul Tuesday night that I was waiting for Henry, this was off camera, so we had a conversation before and a conversation after the live stream Tuesday night. I hope you all enjoyed Michael and Paul Eugenio from the Green Oasis Farms. I don't know if he's going to join us in the chat or not, because I was going to try something. I know it's going to have a delay. If I go, if I interject his stream, see, it's going to be hard, because I wanted to do a window in a window, but I think I need to download the multi-function OBS program. I just use a calcium supplement powder. And where do you find that, Sheila? I'm excited about how your company is, your business is branching out, and how are your guppies doing and your goldies? And I haven't seen Hop Art Studio in a while, and April Shaw, and Deborah Strawn, and I know Jennifer Saraceno is teaching, so she was with us quite a bit during the Thanksgiving holiday, so, or prior to it, you know, a few days before. She's been putting out some videos and some live streams. Down the Wormhole says, I have to hit the LFS. I will have to look for the at Life with Pets. Yes. Okay, D. Safe travels. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. As y'all see, my rack behind me that my husband built me so that I can display my t-shirts that I collect. It's been hard to collect everyone's because of the money, but as finances, my mail is coming and blowing its horn. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm going to do is try to slide the camera closer to the table and open the package. I felt the water moving around in there, so if you put a little too much water in it, I'll explain it to you. So if y'all can't see what I'm doing, please let me know. Okay? Whew. I had to run down there really quick. This is my loach that CJ Black sent me. Henry. Did a good package job. She said I was going to laugh. Girl, you taped her up. And CJ, if anything is bad, please don't get upset. Please. I've never had a dead on arrival, and hopefully we won't today. I really do believe he's going to be fine. Like I said, I felt the water, so at least he's in water. I see you wrote me a little note. Oh wow, you even told me what your pH was and everything. He's been by himself for a couple of weeks and he doesn't like it. Henry. Henry. Girl, you use what comes in handy. You did a really, 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 really good job. And I wanted to let you know that the heat pack is still warm. Great job. He is upset, but he's moving around. Oh, he's beautiful. I'm going to leave him in his water for right now. You double bagged him. I see I even got a couple pebbles out of your aquarium. We had a little leakage of water inside the first bag, but that's not bad. And I see the beautiful Java fern you shared with me. Come on. Is that some of your aquarium pebbles? All right. I am so proud. You did a great job. I'm going to bring him over to the camera. Yeah, he's showing a little stress in his caudal fin, but he's looking good. He'll color back up. Yeah, I believe he's one of those Rosita. I can't remember now. I'm gonna go back to it. I think he's like this one right here. Botia rostrata. So how do you feel, CJ? I'm so relieved. Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Don't laugh at your packing. I'm so relieved. Down the wormhole said, cool. Grats to Susan and CJ. I wanted him to feel secure. Yeah. The only thing that I would do next time is make sure all the pebbles are out of the bag because they can cause injury sometimes. But otherwise, he's going to be fine. I'm going to let him acclimate, slowly, and I'll show you how I do it. So y'all can still see what's going on. I have a little cup right here that I use for dipping water. And every 15 minutes I'll add some tank water to the original water. And sometimes I don't wait 15 minutes. Sometimes I wait, you know, 5-10 minutes, add a little bit more water. But I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Henry has made it home. He's kicking it. And some folks that we know use the plop and drop. Well, I actually can lay the heat pack next to it. But it is probably about 74 degrees in here, so he's going to be fine. Thank you so much. He's a gift, and I will treat him with as much love as if I went to the store and bought him myself. So if I get to talking, y'all remind me so that I'll turn around and put some more water in there. So you fasted him for a couple days? Good. He'll be fine. So I'm going to save the, I do believe that he is a Botia rostrata. Boat tenine loaches with vertical stripe patterns can be very variable at different stages of their lives, so the pictures here may not match exactly the fish. Okay, I'm trying to read about them. Loaches. So I'm here. Sorry for the dead space. I'm looking up online. Um, he's kicking again back there. Yeah, I think this is. Huh. says service not available, so I'm going to close that website. No, I'll leave it open. I can put it in search, yeah. So Botia, is that how you say it? A Botia loach. Says it needs 30 gallons. So after he goes through quarantine, I'll put him in the 55 gallon because there's no pleco in there anymore. Moderate care level, semi-aggressive, water conditions 72 to 86, which will be fine. KH 8 to 12, pH 6 to 7.5, and he's going to be within that range. His maximum size is going to be 4.5 inches, and he is an omnivore. His origin is India, and his family is Cobitidae. Cobitidae. So, anyway, I'm excited. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, he fasted. I know you'll take great care of him. He always made me smile. Yeah, he looks very active. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more water in there. And I don't think I'm going to do any more after this cup. I think I'm going to net him. I loved your Java fern. Yeah, the water's a little cool, so I think I'm going to go ahead and net him. Actually, I can pick him up, okay? Ouch, got the barbs. So he went back behind my filter right now, which will be a safe place for him. And he barked me just a little bit. But I'm going to throw this away. He'll calm down and come out of his hiding place, and when he does, I'll offer him some food. My corridor said there's something else in the tank. I can't show it to you right now, but he's in there. He's up against the glass. So he started pestering my Iran rainbow. Well, when he gets into his 55, hopefully he won't be pestering anyone. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm so glad that it came while I'm live. Freshwater Fish Freak, good morning. Good to have you with us. I just unpackaged we believe it's a Botia loach, and that CJ Black sent to me. We've been waiting for Henry to arrive for 24 hours, and she shipped him on Tuesday, and This is Friday morning, so not too bad. If you count the actual hours, you know, 3 to 4 days priority shipment, unless you pay extra for 2 day or overnight. It's you know, the fish usually do well, especially if you fast them. That way, there's not that much ammonia buildup in the water. And I did pour some of my tank water into it, so to test her water right now uh, wouldn't be a true reading. But she did an excellent job packaging. She double bagged him. She had a heat pack in there because we've been having some low temperatures, even though now it's in the 60s here. This is the coolest. He may be a Henrietta. Well, we'll find out soon. Uh, but there's plenty of hiding places in the other tank. I'm gonna keep him for a week in quarantine, and I know he's healthy. My guppies are now checking him out. And if he had not flinched on me, I would not have gotten uh, stuck by one of his barbs, but he's fine. It'll take him a little while to get adjusted to the water. And a lot of times when people um, introduce new fish to their tanks, they turn the lights off, and that decreases the stress sometimes. But I think sometimes it increases the stress because um, some fish are nocturnal and some of them are not nocturnal, and if they run into things that they don't know what they're running into, I think it stresses them more. I don't want to feed him right away. I want him to calm down and maybe come out of his hiding place and start showing me that he's uh, rooting for food and stuff like that. And when he does, I'll drop a wafer in there. He'll come out once he gets comfy. Yeah, I'll drop an algae wafer in there. And let's see, the ones that I have, I think are made by Omega 1 or Ocean Nutrition. I'm not sure, but I just got some the other day from my local fish store. And I'll research whether they like do you know whether or not he likes vegetables or not, like zucchini? Because I have some frozen blanched zucchini, and I have some cantaloupe rinds. So I have fruit and I also have vegetables. So if you know if he likes that, let me know. So is anybody else in the chat? We've got CJ. I think everybody left us. Freshwater fish freak might still be there. And I'm wondering if, what's her name? Susan. Yep, I got my notification. Um, I'm going to go onto Facebook just a minute, because Susan said she had to do some driving today. Woo! Everybody's looking at my pictures I posted on Facebook this morning. I'm trying to set up Christmas. That's why I've got my Christmas t-shirt on, to put me in the mood. Yes, I fed zucchini and yellow squash and cucumber. Awesome. So what else are you doing today, CJ? Are you hanging out at the house? When I get through with this stream, my hubby and I are going to go to Home Depot, and I'm going to pick up some poinsettias for my fireplace downstairs. And I guess I'll do, after I get things set up, the tree set up today, I guess I'll do a little around the fish room video. I was hoping to catch craft mesh. Hey Rod,
Hey, Sue.
my fish came in right as you walked out the door.
I'm looking for them on the porch and stuff.
Yeah, um, Daphne pulled up and blew the horn, and I put everybody on pause. CJ's in here now that sent me the loach.
Well, now, what's the loach?
He is actually, you may be able to see him. Well, he moved. Oh, there he is.
Where?
He's facing me, facing the sign.
Oh, okay, I see him.
And his name is Henry.
Okay.
And then CJ says, or it could be Henrietta. CJ says, "Hi, Rod."
Hi, CJ.
And she did a really good package job.
Okay.
Her heat pack was still warm,
Cool.
and she had him double bagged,
Okay.
and she had a plant in there for him.
I gotta run up to O'Reilly's. They
Okay.
lost my part, and now they found it, so I'm going to get it before they lose it again.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you too. Safe travels.
Okay.
He's got some parts for his hot rod that he ordered, and he took the car to the garage yesterday, and I think it's clutch master cylinder and some kind of
Slave cylinder.
a slave cylinder, and what kind of adjustments to the
I gotta adjust um, the idle mainly,
gotta adjust the idle
and my fuel flow.
and fuel flow from a part that he replaced. So, and then he'll be on the road again. On the road again. Tank says, "Sorry, feeding Rapashi and listening. So far, there are a lot of unhappy faces. Guppies like it, but rainbows do not so much." Yeah, Jane, sometimes it takes a couple hours, actually. And it may take a day before they find it and understand that it's a food source. Remember, rainbows eat from the water column, and I don't know if rainbows do much grazing on the substrate. And but my guppies found it almost immediately, I guess within an hour or two. And my Corridoras, I think they found it the next day. It still was a block floating, I'm not floating, but sitting on the substrate. My angels, they didn't like it. But when I didn't feed them flakes, they ate it. So hold off other feeding and just wait. Your fish are not going to starve to death. CJ says we'll be replacing a radiator on the Jeep tomorrow. Oh, that's fun. Are y'all going to do it yourself? All of those hoses and clamps and bolts. Well, I wish you well so you can get that Jeep going. But the other things that I've got planned, I posted videos yesterday on my angel fry, and I noticed last night when lights went out, they kind of stuck themselves to the side of the glass so that they, I guess, wouldn't be sucked up. But I have a sponge on my intake, so a lot of them have been sucked into that, but they also have been hatching out of the sponge. It's kind of neat to watch them go in and out. Also, I collected 26 corridor eggs yesterday, and I'm waiting for them to hatch. And when they hatch, I'll be probably feeding them something. I'm going to hook up my brine shrimp, baby brine shrimp hatchery. Y'all excuse me a minute and I'll be right back. Thank you, I'm back. Down the wormhole, how many-ish do you think you saved? It looks like at least 50 angel fry, but it comes and goes because there's two swarms. There's an upper swarm and a lower swarm, and then I haven't been back to the tank this morning since all the lights have been on and I put food out. So when I put, I've been using Corey's First Bites, the powdered flakes, and they've been eating off of whatever's in the tank too, the microorganisms. And I noticed yesterday evening they were all hovered over the driftwood, so I'm sure there's life for them to eat in that driftwood too. And I also have some decaying catappa leaves in there, and they're eating that. But you never really know until they start getting a little size to them because they're so small. No, I'm not feeding baby brine shrimp yet. I gotta find my kit that came in my aquarium box, and it's got, and I may have taken it out of the box and I don't know where I put it, so when I find it I'm gonna set it up. Oh, my angels spawned twice but ate their eggs. Yeah, this is spawn number 6. And last spawn they got to free swimmers and a nice cyclone of about, I call it a cyclone because they swim together like this in the water, and I call it a cyclone. But uh, it looked well over 100, and that was 2 weeks ago. And my friend Barbara came over and we sat and watched them for a long time and watched them parent them, really. She put a mouthful, she got a mouthful of them and then spit them out down on the substrate, and then the others followed her down towards the substrate, and then she got a mouthful of them and carried them back up to the top of the water, and she spit them out, and the others followed her, and they stayed right with mom, and dad would go pick up a stray every once in a while and spit it back in. They were doing really good, and I'm like, wow, they're gonna do it, you know. That was spawn number 5. The very next morning there wasn't a baby anywhere, and I was like, ah. I was so disheartened and I was angry, and I didn't feed them the rest of the day. Of course, I'm sure they were full, but when your fish starts pooping black, there's been some young eaten in the tank, because food that they eat is the color of their poo. So also, Jane tanked, when you're feeding Repashy, and I don't know if Sheila has experienced this or not, but the Repashy lightens their poo. Because at first it looked like, oh no, my fish have internal parasites, but it was from the Repashy. So Jane, CJ, every spawn they say the parents get a little bit better. And yesterday morning when I got up, it looked like she was eating strays. It really did. And so I really didn't want to take the chance of losing all of the fry again. So I netted the parents and put them over in the 55-gallon where they started from. Mine haven't spawned in a couple of months. I think they've had a disagreement. Oh. Well, also, make sure that the tank is still, you know, the water perimeters are good. Make sure they have, you know, mine doesn't even have a whole lot of hiding spaces. Mine's set up with rocks and a piece of driftwood and some plastic plants. But they haven't spawned in a couple months. That's odd because they will spawn usually every 2 weeks. And what are you feeding them? And what temperature are you keeping the tank? My tank's at 70, my tank's right at 80 degrees. And it does fluctuate between 78 and 82 sometimes. I was told 82 was a little warm, but it was doable. So I dropped the temperature down 2 degrees, and they spawn every week, every 2 weeks. So try it again. Sometimes they'll spawn, and if there are anything else in the tank, something else could be eating their eggs. But mine are in a species only tank, and all I have are 2 angels, and they spawn every week, every 2 weeks. And they've been doing that since I brought that male home. When did I bring him home? The end of October? No, sometime in October. And so I think my temp is a bit low. It's ambient heat, usually around 72. Yeah, if you could raise that temperature a little bit between, you know, get it to about 75, 76, that would be better. And when you do your water changes, make sure that the water that you're putting back in is pretty much the same temperature. Also, the Corridora, the reason I harvested Corridora eggs this time is because they've been spawning, but I have too many snails in the tanks, and the snails get to the eggs. I even saw a lot of the guppies get to the eggs before they were able to hatch. So the 120-gallon that I harvested the eggs from yesterday, I pretty much emptied that tank of guppies. I have 5 fry in there, and the rest of it were just Corridoras. I have, what do I have? 2 breeding pairs, so I have 4 Corridoras in that tank. And I brought 4 Corridors home from the LFS the other day, Wednesday. And I want to go ahead and try to harvest, you know, try to raise some more Corridoras, and spread them out in all of my tanks for bottom cleaning, and they do really good, even though they say they need at least a 20-gallon. I've had a couple corridors in 5 gallons and they do fine. They keep it clean. I can't keep them with my betas though. My betas don't like the cories. They attack them. And I'm trying to get the 20-gallon set up for my pretty little blue-green sorry for the glare, but these are my blue-green Moscows from King Lee, and they've dropped fry, but they've eaten them. So I want to put them in a larger tank with more space for them to run and hide. They are in a community tank, and that could be the problem. Yep, they probably are spawning, but their eggs are getting eaten. Jane Tank says, I'm trying to get my black cories to spawn. One female has spawned 5 times so far, and most are unfertile. Many fungus. So far I have 1, 11 and 3 from the last 3 spawns in a 10-gallon tank. Yeah, sometimes, Jane, that happens with me too. I just let them spawn naturally, and I might get stop eating the fry, guppies. Yeah, stop eating the fry. I know they're not hungry because a lot of times after their first feeding of flakes, I'll drop some more in, and they nibble. They don't hardly eat, so I know they're full. But I haven't figured out why, and I don't want to put them in a breeding box because that stresses them too. But if I have to, I will. This girl down here looks well, you can't see her for the sticker. There she is. Yeah, she's big. I could probably try to put her in a breeder box. But aren't they beautiful, Kingly? Thank you so much. Jane says they grow way faster than rainbows. So cute. Yeah, when I see Corridor fry, the very first time that I did a gravel vac, that I didn't even know my corridors were spawning because I've never had egg layers before. I only had live bearers. And when I sucked up something moving in the bottom of the bucket, and I looked at it, and it looked like a microscopic little corridora. So I got my turkey baster and, sucked it back up out of the dirty water. They are one of my favorites. Well, thank you, Kingly. They've become my favorite too, and I just can't wait till this colony starts. I may have to later on get a couple more females from you. But the one male is very, very dark green, and the other male is a light mint green. But they're both beautiful in their own rights. I'm sorry. Got distracted. I forgot that I moved the camera. Let me see if I can get this other one activated. And we'll see if we can watch them on the other camera. Let me see. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm going to add another camera shot, hopefully. You might lose me. It's not kicking in. There it is. Right over my face. Which I don't mind. I'll slide over. Um, excuse me while I make adjustments. Wow. I don't like that angle. I need it here. Well, King Lee, go ahead and send me a couple female to put with these males. And if you need help with shipping, let me know. Because I'm going to um, kind of gut the 20-gallon downstairs. I'm going to do all of this carefully. I'm going to take all of my plants out and I'm going to do a bleach dip. I'm going to clean the gravel really good. I'm going to clear out as many snails as I can. I'm not killing them, I'm putting them in a bucket. I'm going to change my filter media in my hang on the back. They're out on Monday. Thank you, Kingsley. You are golden. You are wonderful. Please let me know what I can do for you. I know we don't do for others in order to get back, but if there's anything I can do, you let me know. You know, I pray for you and your family and all of my beautiful fish fam. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, wow. Love, love, love. I don't like my new camera. I need some different software for it. I'll probably go online and you just keep smiling for the fish fam. Thank you, King Lee. Mwah. I need to see another fish room tour from you and your brother's fish room. Oh, my arm's tired. Sorry. For Christmas, I'm getting an iPhone tripod. And hopefully, I can use the tripod for even this camera too. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, I'm gonna go around my room and hopefully you see how dirty and messy my office is. Here I am. Jane says maybe I understood the fish store tour with Corey and Jimmy. Was that your cousin? Are you talking to King Lee, Jane? I believe that's his brother-in-law. Aquarium Co-op is live now. Well, TC Guppies, bro-in-law. There you are. I forget your first name. Hey, sweetheart. What's your first name, buddy? Okay, let me get back over here and not drive y'all crazy. See, I have a bacteria bloom here. And CJ, there's the loach. There's the loach. You see her? See him? Looky, looky, looky. He's so happy he's not by himself. Look at him turning flips. The Cory cat likes him. Look. I'm going to drop some wafers in. Y'all hold on. So, brother-in-law, yes, Jane, that is my cousin's fish store. Oh, okay. And sorry I don't have a video of how he did those tanks. Jane Tank said, yes, sorry, multitasking poorly. Ruru 2, towel rack. Towel rack? You like my towel rack? My t-shirt rack? Rod did an excellent job. But anyway, the loach is swimming about. And he's hungry. Trying to get it over there where we can see when he eats. He's heading right there. He's being really still in front of the sign. And my cable isn't any longer. Want me to take the computer with me? Look at him. He didn't go after the wafers though. He's snooping around. And then this is the mosaic, half moon mosaics over here. I got rid of so many guppies Wednesday when I went to the local fish store. Can y'all still hear me? I've got 10 fry in this tank. And I have some red cherry shrimp in this other 10-gallon. And over here is my apricot beta. I'm trying to find him. He's kind of sitting on top. He's not swimming around right now. And there's a beautiful mystery snail. They've tripled in size. I won them from Green Oasis. So let's see if we can keep this civil. So I'm not going to stay on much longer. I need to learn how to build some pleco caves. Okay? I make them out of let me move this other tank up here. And I'm gonna shrink it. Well, yeah. I'm going to shrink it. Okay, here's a pleco cave, and it's made out of a 2-liter bottle. You cut the bottom off. You cut some holes all the way around it. You get some silicone, aquarium silicone, and you get some multicolored or any color gravel that you want, and you just glue it all over the silicone, and there you go. I got cheap 6x6 tiles. 6x6 tiles. 6x6 tiles. In my mind, I'm trying to figure out what 6x6. Okay, 6x6. 6x6. And you want to make some pleco caves. I guess you could do it kind of like what Jeremy did. If you have a tile cutter. Do you have a tile cutter? That looks big, pretty big. It is. This is a 2-liter. This is a 2-liter, but you can make caves out of the 1-liter bottle. Let me see. See? The 1-liter bottle. And, you know, you cut it about right here. And I will measure that for you. Let me see. I have a measuring tape right here. And that is 3 inches. You cut it 3 inches from the bottom. You have a Dremel. So a Dremel should still be able to cut the size that you want on that tile. And then Rubu2, just look up Jeremy's at Sergeant Tank Pets videos, and how he does the pleco caves out of, or the breeding pleco caves out of slate. And you can probably do it with the tile. Do you think that the silicone is going to stick on the tile? Is it a polished tile or a non-polished tile? I'm looking behind me because the bottle was supposed to be close to my baby brine shrimp kit, so I don't see it right offhand. When I find my baby brine shrimp kit, then I'll hatch me out some brine shrimp. But I also do the internal biofilters. And all this is an old, you know, Powerade bottle. An old Powerade bottle. And I cut a hole in the lid for the airline. And you can unscrew it and put your, what is it called? Air stone on the inside of the hole. Then you also cut a hole for the suction cups. And if you like color, I use different color straws. Cut them up at 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And I have air holes all the way, you know, spaced out. And all I did was use a pocket knife to make this air filter. And it's a biomedia. You can use biomedia stones in there, anything light. And once the water fills and the air pressure gets to going, it'll circulate. That's what this one is. Hold on to your horses. This one right here. You see the little biomedia filter right there? That's been running for 2 years. This one's set up a little different. It has a sponge on the bottom. And you also, I forgot to show you that you also put holes at the bottom. See how mint green that guppy is, Kingling? But anyway, that's how I do mine. This one's not been running for a while. It was in one of my 20s, and I might add it again. But the one that's been running for 2 years or more, it's full of gook on the inside of the straws, and the sponge. I've never cleaned the sponge. It has algae on it, and I've never had it's slowing down a little bit. I probably could wash the sponge out at the next water change to improve water circulation within that bottle, but I don't know. I think I got all this from DIY or somebody else on Facebook. Well, hello, White. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Bathroom tile silicone should stick to the rough side. Okay. What's that? A K1 coldness filter? Yeah. Yeah. Made out of straws. Yema, hey, how we doing? Yema, good to see you. Yes, they look beautiful. Now he'll do that every once in a while. And I don't know why. The water conditions are really good. The water doesn't smell like ammonia. The nitrates are 20 ppm. I just think that him and the other guy have it out sometimes. I wanted you to see him flaring, doing his mating dance. But yeah, when I get my Christmas decorations up downstairs, I guess I'll do a little fish room tour, put everybody in the Christmas spirit, make sure that I use uh, royalty-free Christmas music. Yeah, I have the 2 males and 2 females left, and that's why I asked for 2 more females so that I can up the numbers a little bit. And when I get the 20-gallon ready, um, you know, I'll transfer all of them to the 20 and allow that colony to develop in that 20. Jane says, Susan, when you hatch baby brine shrimp, do you add Epsom salt to the water? Um, I'm not sure. I have to look at the recipe. I've never hatched it before. Uh, that's a good idea, because I think I've seen it somewhere else. It would be better adding it to the water. because it has a better effect on the water than aquarium salt does. King Lee says, okay, 2 females on the way. Thank you, King Lee. Mwah. Rubitu says, later, guys. Gotta go get lunch. Yep, sounds like a good idea. But I appreciate everybody logging on and hanging in there with me. So right now, King Lee is sending me some female blue-green Moscows. Thank you. I have received my loach from CJ Black, who's swimming all over the tank behind us. And I thank you for Henry. And downstairs I have angelfish fry. And I did remove the parents from the tank because they looked like they were eating them again. And I collected 26 peppered corridor eggs yesterday, waiting for them to hatch. King Lee says 1 tablespoon of aquarium salt to 1 teaspoon of baby brine shrimp eggs. Thank you very much. So if I wanted to use Epsom salts instead of aquarium salt, is that okay, King Lee? With about a liter of water. Yes. See you, Rurutu. Love you. Have a good lunch and a good weekend. So I'm getting ready to wrap this up, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Fish Fam Mom signing out for the Fish Fam love. Mwah.